Guys, I got scoop. I never come to you with scoop. I'm not really a scoop guy. That's like Ariel territory. That's Brett, maybe even Ramani. I have scoop, and I stumbled on it on an accident. I was at the weigh-in today with Anthony Smith. So I start picking Anthony Smith's brain. And he does the play. He knows old Chael might go blab. It's one of those things. So he's got to play in a certain way. He's fighting Jan Blachowicz. Anthony Smith's going to be fighting Jan Blachowicz. So I'm trying to pick some details on this fight. I'm trying to ask him what's going on. Oh, no, Chael, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding me. I don't think I am. Been doing this a long time. Known Anthony a long time. Not to mention, it makes perfect sense. Anthony Smith versus Jan Blachowicz. Any of you got a problem? Anybody object to that? Anybody have a better idea or another idea? Perfect. It's a perfect fight. So let's see where that goes. But I learned some other things at the weigh-in. So try to picture this from my perspective. And I'm at the weigh-in. The weigh-in is absolutely packed, right? It's what you call theater seating, meaning the stage that they weigh in on is up here and all the seats are behind it, not circular, like say where the octagon's in the middle. So, but it's absolutely packed. I turn around, I'm in the very front row. When I turn around, there's people as far as I can see within this building. I think they call it like the Hulu Theater or something like that. It's part of Madison Square Garden they shut down, but guys, it was full. What's the relevance? Well, a great focus group is when somebody walks into the room, and you will feel it at the weigh-in. The guys in the main event will get a reaction louder than the guys in the fight before them. And the fight before them will be louder than the two fights before them, right? It's star power. That's what gets you to the top of the bill. There was cameos, if you will, made. This place erupted when Chris Weidman came in. Now, that's probably not a big surprise. The All-American, the former world champion, but we're in New York. These are his people. All the same, it warmed my heart. Enough that I wanted to tell you guys. Because the last time we saw Chris Weidman, the poor guy hurts his leg. And when Chris walked in, he walked straight up. There was a section where Dana put the active fighters. He walks straight up and shakes hands and gives a big hug and then has a conversation with Uriah Hall. If you remember when Chris hurt his leg, he hurt it doing combat with Uriah Hall. I only saw this at a distance, guys. But there was something about it that felt right. There was something about it that was sportsmanship. There was something about those two coming together, embracing, saying hello, having a conversation with a little twinkle in their eye, a little smile on their face, genuinely happy to see each other that I thought you guys might want to hear about. Derek Brunson walked in. Now, this is another one that I want to bring to you guys because it made me feel good because I don't think anyone's ever, and I'm in this list too, done a goddamn thing for Derek Brunson. I have personally never done anything for him. Never sparred with him, never worked out with him, never brought him this, never got him his name out there, never told a Derek Brunson story. I just haven't. There's nothing against Brunson. He was one of these guys. He was a stud, but he was one of the guys. And now all of a sudden he's not. Now all of a sudden he's the main eventer. Now all of a sudden he's one win away from us rioting if he doesn't get a world title fight. But Brunson did that the hard way, and he was also Blonde Brunson. And Blonde Brunson is relevant because when he came in, I said, who's that? I could just hear the crowd. I could hear him. I'm sitting with Anthony Smith. Who's that? Anthony's looking. We're both looking. He goes, that's Blonde Brunson. He called him Blonde Brunson. Blonde Brunson is relevant. Vince McMahon will tell you every character needs tweaked, at a minimum of tweaked, every 12 months. Every character needs a minimum of tweaked. Sometimes it's a whole new gimmick, but a minimum of changed every 12 months. That's what Vince believes. Nobody's better at coming up with marketable gimmicks than Vince. So those are the kind of things you want to listen to. And when you look at Brunson, he's not doing anything different, but he did bleach his hair. In all fairness, it changes him. Now he's called Blonde Brunson. I've seen that on social media. Wasn't I just heard Anthony Smith say it? I see people hashtag Blonde Brunson. Who should fight for the title next with Adesanya? Hashtag Blonde Brunson. It's a thing. I wish George Masvidal put a scarf on and grow his hair out. Become the second biggest star in the entire sport. It's small things. It's a small gimmick. What all does it take? I grew up, there was a guy named Jake the Snake who had a snake to the ring. Another guy named Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he carried a 2x4, right? It's not overly complicated. Rampage Jackson went through our sport for a decade as the only guy in our sport that had a gimmick, and all he did is put a chain from Home Depot around his neck. I'm not saying these have to be overly complex. You don't have to be the next Henry Cejudo. You don't have to be Conor McGregor. You don't have to do the Colby Covington route. You can make it something very simple. And Blonde Brunson, who nobody's done anything for ever, has done it on his own. And he got ever bit the reaction when he walked in that room as anybody else, which includes Chris Weidman, who's from here. It's very meaningful. Do you want to know who else set this place on its head? Paddy the Baddy. They began to chant when Paddy the Baddy came in. The other guys I told you, oh man, I'm telling you, standing ovation, cheering for Blonde Brunson. Yes, Chris Weidman, right out there with Uriah Hall. It was this great moment. They chanted for Paddy the Baddy. I don't know what they were chanting. I don't know what they were saying. It was some kind of it had 3 beats to it. Paddy the Baddy. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Paddy the Baddy, maybe it was something else, but they all knew to do it. I didn't know he had a gimmick like that. And a lot of those guys, the British guys and the Irish guys, there's like a thing that they have. You guys remember Ricky Hatton when he fought? And they would sing that song, here we go, Ricky Hatton. But they would sing it all night long. Not just for the 12 rounds he was out there, for the 4 other fights that also went 12 rounds for the entire evening, 4 hours of singing. But there's guys in parts of the world where they know how to do that. They know what it is. I don't know what they were saying, but I also didn't know Paddy the Baddy was over that much. The most over guy I have ever seen to have one fight was Brock Lesnar. Very different story. Came in, the All-American wrestler, spent a little time with the Vikings, WWE superstar, but it's still the answer. The most over guy one fight in was Brock Lesnar. The second most over guy one fight in was Conor McGregor. One fight, guys. Not a lot. Paddy the Baddy, while being televised, was an undercard against an opponent who I'm sure was very tough, whose name I can't produce for you, and I'm not lucky to be a jerk. It wasn't that kind of a fight. One fight in, no audience, not quite a dark match, but close, and Madison Square Garden chanted for him today. You can get on the Paddy train like I am, or you can stay the hell off it and cheer against him. But if that's the road you're going to take, you've got an uphill battle, because I'm here to tell you there's a lot of people supporting with three words, whatever they are is anybody guess, but they like themselves Paddy the Baddy.